Welcome to VIP Kid Mornings with Melissa. Today we are talking with Penny Davis. Thank you for talking with us today, Penny.
Glad to come on and visit with you. Thanks for asking me.
Oh, sure. So you have some exciting news that we want to get talking about soon. But first, could you just tell us a little bit about how you got started with VIP Kid and how long you've been a teacher?
Um, sure. I was a homeschool mom, and my husband is a pastor, and so our schedule it was crazy, but I still needed to make some income for our family, and so I started looking around for things I could do online, and I had a craft business for a little while, but it just wasn't making much, and so started looking for something else, and I found this ad somewhere for this company that taught online. I thought, well, I've taught for years and years, so maybe that's what I should do instead of, answering telephone marketing or whatever another job that I could do online. I can teach because I do know how to teach. And so I applied in July of 2017, so just a little over 2 years ago. Filled out the application and then ignored it for a month, and because this couldn't really be true, and surely it's too hard, and or whatever. I just didn't do anything with the application. It just kind of sat in the back of my mind of maybe I should do this, maybe I should do this, and finally I thought, okay, I need to get serious about this. So I started the process and went through the hiring process at the middle to the end of July and failed. I failed the mock two, did the mock one and mock two, and I failed it my first time through. Used way too much incidental language, did not understand the VIP kid teaching style at all, everything. So failed the whole thing. And but I thought, you know what, I know I can do this. I finally understood that whole incidental language thing and everything, and so I got a mentor and got them to help me through it. I reapplied and was hired within 3 days. And my mentor, you might have heard of her, Nancy Taylor, was my referring teacher, and I actually got to meet her a month or so. I don't know. I guess it's been about a month. I got to meet her a month or so ago when I went to VIP Kid Journey in Las Vegas, and so that was the first time that
Oh,
we had actually met. We've talked several times on email and all that's back and forth, but this was the first time I actually got to meet her. So I have been teaching just almost 2 years. I'm about to sign my fifth contract here in I think in about a week or so. When I do another big thing, I'm going to wait till then to sign that new contract, and I've taught over 2,300 classes now. So it's been an interesting journey along the way. But that's how I learned about VIP Kid. And that's how I got started.
oh, that is a
So
great story. I love
yay!
hearing that. I mean, it's a story like anybody can do this, even if you don't feel like you can the first time, try again.
Try again,
If you have a
definitely.
degree, a laptop, and internet,
There you
you can
go.
do this job,
They
right?
you too can do this. Yes.
Yeah.
So I tell a lot of people, don't give up. If you know how to do this, if you know how to teach, you can do this. It may take you a little bit to get their style, but you can do this. So
So do
mm,
you share the opportunity often,
I
with oth
do. In fact, I spend probably half of my work time with a VIP kid, at least half of it doing helping referrals get hired. And once I started teaching, I realized, and I was very frustrated during the hiring process that I couldn't find all the information that I wanted. I would find on YouTube, I'd find little snippets here and there about how to do this or how to do that, but not the complete information that I wanted. And so, pretty quickly after I started teaching, I thought, while this is all still fresh, I'll make one of the YouTube videos that I had seen. And so I made a YouTube video and I put it up there and started telling people about VIP Kid. And then I started a Facebook group for people getting hired, and that grew way beyond what I ever expected it to. And And started doing more. And so just started doing more and more referrals. And I've been really blessed with that. I've had over 400 teachers that have been hired with VIP Kid. And so it's been an awesome journey there and made some great friends through the process in that. So, but yeah, I do a lot of referring and still do. I have a lot of YouTube. I never dreamed I would be a YouTube person, and my daughter's classmates, they all think that I'm the coolest person in the world because I'm a YouTuber. So, so that's been really funny to see that. So anyway, but
Well,
that was my process in starting the referrals. That.
okay. So I have seen, your videos. I like, your videos. I think they're very relatable. Sometimes you watch a video and you think, "I can't do that,"
Well,
or "I'm not gonna do that," but I really, relate to your videos a lot. I enjoy your channel.
oh, I appreciate that. I feel like I put a different face onto YouTube or onto VIP Kid through YouTube. There's nothing against Nancy Taylor and Christina Garcia and all these cute little blonde, young, skinny things, and then there's me. I'm 52 years old. I'm not blonde. I am not skinny by any means. I'm an older mom and an older teacher, and certainly not older than all of our other teachers, but I think a lot of people are intimidated by VIP Kid and by maybe by even some of these videos when they see these young, energetic cheerleader type, whatever, that are doing all of these videos. Yeah, I think it helps them to see, hey, we're not all that way.
Right.
Here's someone who is not young and not the skinny little thing, but she's still doing VIP Kid, and it helps them understand VIP Kid's really for anyone. And I hope that I give a different face to VIP Kid in that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do, and I certainly think there are several, probably 100 teachers who appreciate that face that you put, on VIP Kid.
Mm.
So, now let's talk about the exciting news. Last
Yay!
month, you, were nominated by teacher peers, for the Beijing 7, trip, and you won it, so you're going to
Yes,
China.
I am. I am going to China 1 week from today. August 14th, I am leaving to go to China, and I'm still absolutely gobsmacked by the whole thing. I honestly had no idea about it. One of the people in the Facebook group, and if you're looking for the Facebook group, I actually have two Facebook groups. There's one that is for teachers getting hired. It's called VIP Kid Teachers Wanted, and then another one called VIP Kid Teachers Hired. Well, one of my students, one of my teachers, that and they're my teachers, I hold on to them for a while anyway, but one of my teachers that is in the VIP Kid Teachers Hired group, she was one of my referrals. She said at some point, sent me an email or a message or something, said what's your show name so I can nominate you for the Beijing trip. And I'm like, oh, yeah, right, that's going to happen. and and I honestly never thought about it again, and had no idea that I was nominated for it. Didn't I have still have no idea if it was voted on or whatever. No clue on that. But but I knew that I had won for the referrals in North Carolina. Now I've won. That's my home state, and I have won the top referring teacher in North Carolina for the past year and a half or so, and which has been awesome. But I knew that there was no way that I had won the top referral, the top referrer,
Mhm.
because Christina Garcia, who had like 300 referrals, won, and I had like 30, 36, something like that for the quarter. So I knew there was no way I was even close to winning on that one. But I woke up the morning that it was announced. I woke up to teach like I normally do. Woke up at 6:30, starting to teach at 7, and get my phone, and there's a Facebook message there from another teacher saying congratulations, and I'm like, for what? Yeah, I had no clue. And then she's got a screenshot of the video that they had put out that has my teacher name on it,
Mm.
and I'm like, what? No, no, this can't be real. And so I'm running to the computer trying to look on there to figure out what this is. Then I'm digging through my phone at looking at emails, and sure enough, there's an email that says, "Congratulations, you won the Beijing trip." And still was like, no, this cannot be real. And suddenly my Facebook starts popping with all of these messages and notifications. Somebody had already seen it and posted it in the Facebook group and everything. And I was just still in shock. Even went and woke up my husband. I'm like, Daryl, I won the Beijing trip, and so it was just crazy to see that, but absolutely humbling to me that I was recognized for the help that I have done with the VIP Kid community.
Right.
And yeah, I was the category was community contributor, and I think with helping with these Facebook groups that I have and moderating them and helping other teachers get hired, but then also helping them after they're hired, I think that's been my niche, and that's been where what works for me and my part of the VIP Kid, the whole VIP Kid journey is that's my part of in helping that, and I love helping. I love answering questions and sharing the knowledge that I have with them, and has been a great journey to be able to do that. And I'm so humbled and so honored that other teachers recognize me for that. I think this is even more so than getting all the numbers for referrals or for Apple feedback or trial conversions, because that certainly is not me. I haven't taught a trial in probably 6 months. So, um, but but it is just an honor to have been chosen by my fellow teachers for that. So I'm just honored for that and humbled to that they chose me for it.
Yes, I think when I look at the categories, I think, this is the one where, someone is making a real difference and teacher community notices it, but also VIP Kid notices it.
Mhm.
And so they, reward you with this trip. So I was wondering if you could just give us a sneak peek at maybe the itinerary of what you're going to be able to do in China. What do you know about the places you'll go and
Cool. Well, we get there on Thursday after traveling for about 36 hours total, I think, something like that. I don't know. This whole time difference thing just has me baffled. I leave here Wednesday morning. We get to Beijing Thursday afternoon, which I guess really is Thursday morning my time. So I guess it's about 24 hours of travel time total. But we get to Beijing Thursday afternoon, Beijing time. We have dinner with the community team that night, and then on Friday we are supposed to go to headquarters, and we're going to get a tour of the headquarters, and we'll be able to meet lots of the employees there, which for me I think is going to be really cool because it'll be of course during the day while the kids are taking classes. So we'll be able to see what it's really like, what the firemen are doing, what the learning partners are doing, in supporting those classes that are going on right then. So I think that'll be really fun to see the process, in motion there. We'll also be meeting the upper management like Cindy, me, and Jesse, and some of the other upper management there, and having dinner with them that night. And then Saturday is, oh gosh, what are we doing Saturday? Um, we're going somewhere. And that right, it's just completely escaped me. Where are we going on Saturday? Anyway, I'm going to skip Saturday. I'll come back to Saturday because I can't remember that one. But on Sunday, I'm really excited about Sunday. We are going to. This is the day we'll have an opportunity to meet some of our students, and they are.
oh,
Yes, I'm so excited. So they are hosting it's a whole big event. There's going to be a banquet, but this is something new that they're doing with our group is that they are going to have us teach some classes for these students. So they are having us prepare some classes. Then we can prepare them on anything we want, just whatever subject we choose to do. And so we're going to be teaching. It'll they want total of 80 minutes of teaching time, and it'll just be 6 kids in the class. We were able to invite 6 children to this, so we'll have these 6 children with us, and we can teach them whatever we want. And I'm sure they haven't really confirmed this, but I am sure that they are going to be videotaping them and
Mhm.
using those later at some point for something or another. So I'm planning on teaching a song that uses the body parts, and kind of for a level 2 geared lesson. So I'm going to teach that the body part song, and it has a game and moving game with it as well. And then for that's going to be the first part. The second part, we're going to talk about all about dino and the colors that dino is, and big dino and small dino and medium dino, and then we may even they're going to let the dino costume character come in. So we'll have, big and small and medium and then giant dino.
Yeah.
Yes, and do all sorts of fun songs and games with him. And so I'm excited about that one. And we've got some crafts and stuff like that that we're going to do with that. Anyway, so that's and then there'll be a banquet with the students and the parents. And so we're really excited about going to that. I do know so far one of my students, Jessie, is going to be able to be there. She is 7 years old, and she is in level 4. Absolutely
Oh,
brilliant.
wow.
Yes, brilliant little girl. She was actually born in Baltimore, but her parents were in school here when she was born, and she now lives in Beijing.
Okay.
And so I know that she will be there, and I haven't confirmed with all the others yet, but I'm looking forward to confirming with them that they can come. So that'll be exciting to see
Oh.
them. So
Yes, that was a great
yeah.
sneak peek. Yay.
Yay! But we're also going to be able to see the Great Wall, and Saturday is the Hutong, or we're going to go to some a local neighborhood there, and then so Sunday is the banquet, meeting the kids. Several of us are hoping to go to a local church, but we're still working on figuring that out to have worship where I'm looking forward to working that out to be able to go worship while I'm there in China. And then Monday is the Great Wall. Tuesday is the Summer Palace. Wednesday will be the Forbidden City. And then Thursday we head home. So
Okay.
yay! So this will be an exciting time. At some point in there, we're supposed to be doing a Chinese cooking class too. So that'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to learn how to cook real Chinese food rather than take out whatever.
Take out Chinese food.
Take out Chinese, which is still very good, by the way. But anyway,
Yes.
so that's the plan.
All right. Well,
Uh,
that sounds so exciting. So, you're most looking forward to teaching those classes and meeting your students? Is
I
that
I think so. I think teaching the classes, meeting the students, and one of the other things I really feel like I've kind of been given a mandate for being the community contributor. I feel like it is a thing where I have kind of a finger on the pulse of the teacher community. And since I see a lot of posts, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups, but of course I keep an eye really close on mine about the things that teachers are talking about, things that concern them, things that they would like to see change, frustrations, happy moments too. But I feel like I know a lot of the things that frustrate a lot of us, and I feel like that's one of my responsibilities is to take that to VIP Kid. In fact, believe it's Friday afternoon when we do the tour. We're supposed to do a roundtable discussion with the heads of several of the departments in order to talk about some of these things. And they asked us for one question. I'm like, I just get one question? Really? Can I have two or three or four? Because I've got a bunch of questions. And so we're supposed to have that roundtable discussion with them to talk about some things that are concerning to us. Something, for me, my question is about the referring process and some changes that I would love to see with the referring process. I'm not going to get into all that here, but but some changes I would love to see in the referring process. But I also would like to talk about when a teacher has a problem and has to cancel classes, or has to or ends up with a no show for a valid reason, a
Right,
death in the family or severe illness or something like that, and then immediately gets this email of you're under review and we may fire you. Basically that's what the email
right,
says. So in the midst of dealing with a death in the family or this major illness, now they've got to worry about losing their job too. And I think that is really something that needs to change. That there needs to be some compassion shown there, and before a teacher gets that email, they need to someone personally needs to reach out to this teacher and say, "Hey, what's going on? How can we support you?" And without the immediate automatic email that goes out of you're under review. And by the way, you can't book any new classes for at least 2 weeks while we're in this review. So now they've got this traumatic event and threatening to lose their job, and
yeah,
they can't get any more bookings, so their paycheck goes down. So there's something in that process is broken, and I would really like to get some answers on how that can be helped. And there's lots of other things that the others that are going to be asking about. So we really want to bring a real picture of the teaching community to them, of here's some things that, because we I really feel like we are partners in this. Sometimes we feel like we're just the hired help, which I know technically we are. Okay, but I think we really have some great ideas that we can bring to the company, and we can work together to make a great partnership for VIP Kid. So
right.
so that's some things that I would like to bring to them.
And I
So
think, VIP Kid has a history of listening to teachers. I mean,
they
I know
do.
in my 2 years, I've seen lots of things implemented based on teacher feedback and
Right.
teacher submissions. So, um, I know they are having that because they are willing to listen and
Right.
implement some changes. But
Right.
I also think, Penny, that you just proved why you were nominated community contributor. I mean, you definitely have the teachers in mind, and you're looking out for all of us as a community. And I know you influence many teachers daily with your Facebook pages and your YouTube channel. But I was wondering, who is your biggest influence with VIP Kid? Who do you turn to when maybe you have a question or you're wondering about something?
Well, I definitely rely on the other teachers in my Facebook group, particularly in the VIP Kid Teachers Hired group. I rely on them so much because maybe if I haven't seen something, they have. I have two other teachers, Gayla and Susan, that are help me admin those groups, and Gayla is actually my sister-in-law, and they both help me with that. And so a lot of times, if I don't know something, they do, or we can post in that group, and somebody has experienced it and can help with that. Or we've joked here lately how I'm the VIP Kid goddess. Please do not take that literally. Yeah, it's been the joke in the group that, well, Penny's supposed to know everything, because she is the VIP Kid goddess. No, she doesn't. And I'm finding more and more of what I don't know. But I still, as far as referring things, I still go to Nancy and talk to Nancy Taylor about that. I've had a great opportunity to get to know Christina Garcia now, since she's going on the trip with us as well, and so I've gotten to know her as well. And so those are the ones that I've gone to for a lot of questions like that. And I find that if we all work together, we can figure out this huge puzzle that is VIP Kids. Because I created a little a picture, just a meme not too long ago, that remember the TV show, The Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is the Unsolved Mysteries of VIP Kid. And every time something comes up that we're like, we have no clue how this works. Yeah, that has been the Unsolved Mysteries of VIP Kid. And but there's someone out there that can help with that. And so I've gone to some, so my referring teacher, and then others that have those great processes. And I'm now, when I went to Journey last month in Vegas, I was privileged to meet several of the leaders that work for corporate VIP Kid, and talk to them about some things. And so now I feel like I've got an ear that I can talk to people there, at corporate for that, and so some other people, and they were really willing to listen and say, okay, so now you would like to see this change, but explain to me why you want this change in referring process or whatever. And it has been good to know that they are willing to listen and they're willing to work with us in that. So I'm
Yeah.
really glad that they are willing to do that. So
Okay.
anyway, so
Well, that is great. I think,
uh-huh.
you don't seem like you're willing to let go of this community contributor role anytime soon, and we are all very thankful for that.
uh,
Are there any, last-minute words of advice or wisdom you have for the community or even interested applicants that might be listening?
well, for interested applicants, go for it because it is the best job I've ever had. It is fulfilling as far as teaching and having that joy with the student. It's yeah, I don't want to say it's easy because it's not easy, but yet it's easy. Okay, if that makes any sense whatsoever, it's a wonderful job and it's great. Yeah, I was a public school teacher for a little while, homeschool teacher for a long time, and without having all of the teachers meetings and politics and all that is has been fabulous to be able to teach without that kind of stuff, and have that joy of that one-on-one interaction with your students. Uh, but with them, so for a new teacher, absolutely go for it. It is a great job. The flexibility of being able to choose my schedule and work as much as I want to, and change that schedule as I need to, has been amazing for me to do that. For teachers that are already hired, I think we need to understand some patience, and we need to be willing to learn to interpret things because there is a language barrier between us and the company. Even with the best translators out there, there are times when things get confused, and there are times when stuff is not clear or anything like that. So we've got to be patient to find out all the information instead of wanting the answers now. Sometimes we have to wait for those answers, and maybe that answer of why hasn't my soft cancellation been approved, or why am I not getting bookings? Okay, why are my referrals not getting bookings? That type of thing. We've got to be patient to work through this. This is not a something this is not a something that is going to be overnight. It is really building a business. And I've had a lot of people try to use this analogy, and I think it's very true. If you opened a hair salon, you would not expect to be completely booked your very first day opening your doors. But it's the same thing with this. We can't expect to be fully booked, completely with everything we want to teach when we first start out. Okay, it takes a little time. So be patient. Be patient with the process, and be kind as the way you communicate with the company, whether that be through tickets or through Facebook posts, in the official group or wherever. Be kind, and you will get a lot more accomplished with being kind and communicating, with simple language and with kindness than you ever will complaining and ranting. So I just encourage teachers to be patient with that in that process. So
Oh, that is
anyway,
great advice,
uh,
Penny. Well,
anyway,
thank you so much for, joining us today, and, I wish you all the best luck and fun in China, and so post pictures and let us
oh,
know how it goes.
definitely. I'll be posting pictures on in the VIP Kid Teachers Hired group, and I don't know, VIP Kid Teachers Wanted and the Hired group. And, I'll be posting pictures wherever. So who knows where all you'll see me, but I know I'll be have them all over the place. So I'm so excited about it. So, but it'll be a great time.